Okay, everybody, welcome back to a new episode of the Boostly Podcast. My name is Mark Simpson, and I give hosts just like you the tools, the tactics, and the training to get more direct bookings. And today we're talking about direct bookings, and I'm going to give you another tip on how you can convert an OTA booking to a direct booking so they never ever book with an OTA again.
Having a blast, gonna get it on the Boostly Podcast. Boostly like Bruce Lee, cause it's so hard and the T is loose leaf. Making up those rhymes, don't write it, just do it loosely. If you want my respect, you better book direct. Here are the words in the podcast, that's what comes next.
So I've always said this, that if you are a host and you get a booking through an OTA and they come and they stay with you and then they leave, and if they ever come back and stay with you again and they book via an OTA, you have failed. The OTAs are very aware of the fact that as soon as they step foot on your property, you're going to be doing everything in your power to try and get their details, etc., so you can market to them. They're not naive. You know, I've been doing this game for long enough. I've got to know people at Airbnb and Booking.com quite well, and you know, I've mentioned this to them, and you know, they're not naive to the fact. They're fully aware of this. But the problem is that we don't. And we don't keep in contact. We don't email. We don't reach out. We don't, do everything that the big hotels and the big chains are doing. My whole career in hospitality, when I've come back and, since 2011, coming back into like a full-time basis in it, I've always been looking at these angles. And what I do for my research is I always go and look at what the big boys are doing. Success leaves clues at the end of the day. And the tip that I mentioned yesterday, obviously was focused around the Hiltons and the Marriotts and whatnot, but we can be doing these. It's just a slight change of mindset, a slight change of wording, and a bit of systems and structures and whatnot, but we can do this. So the main thing that what I want to say to you is that I want to ensure that you never have a guest rebook via an OTA. And the easiest way to do that is via email and text message. Simply that is put. There are really, really cool and really effective and really cheap automation softwares that will do this job for you. For example, on your email triggers that you have with your PMS provider, you can have one for where it's 3 months and 6 months after they've booked with you, and you can send them a little quick email just saying, hey, how you doing? Well, if you want to rebook with us at any point, you know where we are. Please do keep in touch, etc., etc. And again, these emails are automated, real conversation driven. It's not pushy sales. It's just keeping in contact with them. And these emails always go down really well, and they'll get a response. Now, you can also have reminders and systems and setups in place for where you can maybe even drop a call or a WhatsApp message. You can even go a step further now, and there's more CRM, so customer relationship management software platforms that have been built for hospitality businesses that have just been, exclusive for the big hotels in the past, but now they're being made more readily available to smaller businesses that will again help with this. So you can collect your guests' date of birth. You can maybe collect important date information like anniversaries and whatnot, load it into the CRM, and then you can have triggers sent out. So say when it's a month before somebody's birthday, or a month before an anniversary, or a month before whatever, they will get an email to say, if you need somewhere to get away for your special day, you know where we are. Give us a call. Here's a little coupon. Something like that that's experienced, that's personalized, that can go straight into their inbox via email is really powerful. So have a little look around. What can you do? What have you already got set up? If you haven't got anything set up, MailChimp.com, totally free. It can deal with a lot of these things that I'm talking about. If you can't even do MailChimp, text message, super simple. You've got things like WhatsApp and Telegram that make it really easy to do nowadays. You can contact anybody for free, and just keep in touch with your guests. As hosts, our biggest problem, well, not just hosts, business owners in general, we're always chasing new money, new customers, new money, when really the big profit, the big bookings are the ones that have already stayed with you, the people that already know, like, and trust you. And if you can keep in contact with them, if you can make them feel like $1 million, they will not only be your best guests, they'll be your biggest super fans for the rest of your career. So focus on that. I'll be back tomorrow with some more help and advice and tactics and tips and everything to help you. But for now, if this is the first time that you've tuned into a podcast or a lesson or an episode by Boostly, then please make sure you stick around. Hit like, hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell. If you want to go and join our email list, go to boostly.co.uk. On there, you can input your email, and I'll send you 7 tips and tools, free tools that I recommend right now. So head to boostly.co.uk. If you want to go check out the podcast, boostlypodcast.com. Take care. I'll speak to you tomorrow.
Having a blast, gonna get it on the Boostly podcast. Boostly like Bruce Lee, cause it's so hard and the T is loose leaf. Making up those rhymes, don't write it, just do it loosely.